I think ethics need to be embedded in computer science because ethics need to be embedded in the way that we conduct business in the world and in how we conduct ourselves in our day-to-day life.
In the past, it would take like 5 years, 10 years for a product to reach 1 million users. Today, with softwares and application stores, you can create an app, and the next day, 1 million people will be impacted by the new software you've just created.
It's really up to us as educators to make sure that computer scientists and engineers have thought thoroughly about the implications of what they're doing.
Given that technologies won't go away, we have to find ways to make it better right now.
So what happens if CEN might not be implemented? I think the problem is that we just continue perhaps in the status quo where computer science faculty who might not feel comfortable teaching ethical issues related to their technical content continue to just kind of focus on the technical content without talking about the impact and the ramifications of these different types of devices and systems and practices.
It's a challenge because it also requires computer scientists and engineers who teach those courses changing their mindset and being willing to incorporate the materials into their own classes. I don't think that would have ever been possible if something like the CEN site didn't exist.
I think that the CEN project is a great tool because it really provides ways for not only computer science faculty but computer science students to engage with these social and ethical questions.
So what the CEN website does is it enables computer scientists to use different narratives and share them with their students so that the students themselves can look at a variety of points of view about a particular technology and come to their own educated conclusions about it.
We can pose a problem or an issue, an ethical issue around a particular technology, and then we can try to imagine all of the multiple different outcomes.
You can just search up a technology you're interested in or a social problem that you're interested in, and then we have curated all these narratives for you. And we've even provided discussion questions to give you that sort of precise language.
We used a taxonomy that we derived from a great work from the Berkman Klein Center, in which they looked at many documents trying to capture principles of ethics applied to digital technologies. We kind of leveraged that organization to structure the ways we can navigate through our narratives.
While it's true that anybody could use Google to sort of search through the billions of pieces of media on the internet, we've actually done that work for them.
One of the things that we've been trying to do is to get narratives from minorities so we can get their perspectives and think about, well, what can go wrong for a certain group of people if we implement the technology this way.
And thinking about how BIPOC individuals have been treated in tech so far and historically, I would say one word to characterize that is marginalized.
So we've thought very hard about making sure that the films and the clips that we are using are inclusive, that they represent a diverse array of people behind the camera, but also in front of the camera.
We want to make sure that students are aware that there's multiple perspectives on pretty much any type of issue, and that their perspectives don't necessarily represent, the whole universe of ways that people look at different kinds of computing ethics issues.
It's hard to be completely optimistic about the future, but we do hope that the CEN project will trigger this ethical sensibility in the next generation of software development.
I think that some of the ethical questions that are coming to the fore right now are fascinating, and we're really in a crucial moment for society and culture, and part of the reason this crucible exists is because of the advances in technology and computer science.
It does give me hope, and I think especially as we identify the biases in technology and the historical marginalization of BIPOC technologists, for example, or BIPOC users, we can address those issues and build technologies that are more equitable for all.
I work in assistive technologies, so I am a very optimistic person about the impact of technology when it's co-designed with people who need it and are invested in it. And I can see the impact of some of the technologies that I develop in a positive way.